Hello friends, I hope you are doing good. Today I will be talking about triple calendar spread and how to adjust it when the underlying stock keeps on falling drastically. This is one of my actual trade which I took in the month of March 2025 when the whole stock market was falling very drastically due to tariff war situation. In this video, I will show you how I entered this trade and how I adjusted my calendars to make a profit. So this will be a very useful videos if you like to know more about triple calendar and how to adjust it. Those who are new to my channel, let me give you a little introduction. I trade triple calendar spread almost every week for consistent weekly income of 10%. So if you also want to try this strategy, it is a very good strategy. In option trading, you can make consistently weekly income from this strategy. There's a playlist where I have captured everything about this strategy. I have put the link to that playlist in the description below. Also, you can see it on top of your screen. So please check out that playlist. Also, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out any important video like this. So now let's go to this trade. This is the QQQ graph, how it looks on 27th of March 2025 when entered this trade. QQQ was moving around 481, 482 that day when I entered this triple calendar spread. Now, what were the strike prices and expiry of these calendars? So, as you guys might know, I go 3 weeks far when I put my triple calendars. So, 3 weeks far is like 27th of March. So, let me show you. Let me open the calendar. Mm, okay, here it is. So let me go to 27th of March. So you can see here 27th of March, and now if I am entering anywhere in the like in this week from 24th of March to 28th of March, if I am entering trade anywhere in this week, I will go 3 weeks far. So first week will be this week, then second week will be 7th to 11th, and third week will be 14th to 18th. So basically I will go to 18th of April expiry as my selling leg, and buying leg will be 1 week further, so it will be 25th of April. So I will be selling 18th of April and buying 25th of April. Since 18th of April was a holiday, so no option was available for this expiry. So I have to choose 17th of April expiry. So my selling leg was 17th of April instead of 18th of April, and my buying leg was 25th of April. So this is how I chose my expiries. Now what about the strike prices? So first I will see what is the add the money straddle price for 17th of April, which is my selling leg. Add the money straddle price. Add the money straddle price means add the money call premium and add the money put premium, add them together. Add the money means if I have chosen 480, this is add the money. So I will add the call and put premium, add them together. It was coming around like 18 points or something. Now for extra margin, because sometimes QQQ falls very drastically, I add 5 points extra. So 18 plus 5 and some extra margin, so it comes out to be like 23, and just to round off I made it 25. So 480 plus 25 is 505. So my upper calendar, which was a call calendar, so because it is out of money, so I put upper calendar as call calendar. So my upper calendar was at 505, and 480 minus 25 is 455, and this is a put calendar because it will be out of money, so I have put a put calendar at 455. And add the money is up to you. You can put call calendar or put calendar, so it is up to you. But outer calendars I prefer to put as out of the money. So this upper one will be call calendar and lower one will be a put calendar. So this is how I entered this trade on this day. Now after for few days, QQQ fell down and it went up again, and then it started falling drastically. So on 3rd of April it breached my lower calendar. Then I had to adjust it, and that day I bought even a 430 calendar, put calendar that day, because whenever it breaches and it is closing below my lower calendar, I have to buy another calendar. So I will show you in Excel sheet how I chose 430 there. And on the next day again it was falling, so you can see the QQ was falling very drastically. And another day it again fall, and it was below my 430, and it's closed below my 430, like the lowest calendar. So I had to buy another calendar, and I bought at 400 strike price, and then it started recovering back. So the idea is, if the underlying stock keeps on falling, y- and whenever it is closing below your lowest calendar, you have to buy another calendar which is little far away, and you have to keep on doing, because they eventually one day it will bounce back, and once it starts bouncing back, you will get your returns. And the reason we keep 3 weeks far is so that you have enough time. So this is a very beautiful trade I took, and I had to do two adjustments. This was my original trade, which is shown in blue, and then two adjustment I had to do. And even then, after this all adjustment, I was able to make my 10% profit. So let me go to Excel sheet where I will show you how on day-to-day basis how it look like. So on 27th of March, I entered this trade, and 400 and 430, ignore these two rows for now. We will concentrate right now for these three rows. 400 and 430 are the adjustment which I will show you in the later part of the video. So right now we will concentrate on these three rows: 455, 480 and 545. As you can see, these three were my original calendars. So this I bought on 27th of March. These were the premiums. So for one lot I paid 305 for every lot of this triple calendar. Now on 28th of March, QQQ fell down by 2.63%, and it fell down at the last minute. So that's why these numbers are very drastic, although you can say this is a glitch, so ignore these numbers. Let's go directly to 31st of March. These are like closing day numbers. So sometimes, when at the end, if it is drastically falling, it will show you some numbers which is not very accurate. Now on 31st of March, the QQQ was at 468.9, and my return was 3.28%. So you can see suddenly it went up from 34% loss to 3%. So this was a glitch, so ignore these numbers. Anyway, so on 31st of March, QQQ closed at 468.92, and my triple calendar was in giving me a profit of 3.28%. Now on 1st of April, QQQ went to 472, and we are still within our trading zone, which is 455 to 545. So I'm like safe for now, and my return was minus 2.95%. Now on 2nd of April, QQQ went to 476, and my triple calendar return was minus 1.64%. Now on 3rd of April, let me go back to this graph, and you can see on 3rd of April, which is this day, my lower calendar was at 455, and it closed below 455. So before closing, I checked and it was below like 455. So I added one more, which was 430 calendar. How I got this is, I'll see what at that day, like when it was around 450, what is the at the money straddle price, and it was coming around 20 points. So that's why, and it was, we were already at 450. So 450 minus 20 is 430. So I chose 430 as my new put calendar strike price, and I bought at 156. So now this is my new trade. Uh, the this row number, this has the my new like entry point will be now 461, which is this 305 plus 156. I can show you in the graph in the formula. 305 plus 156 my new calendar, and this is my original entry. So add them together, this is my total cost, which is 461. And at the closing, the calendar price was 462. So I was in a profit of 0.22%. For just documentation purpose, I will keep this row also, which is just triple calendar, not the all four of them together. But I this was my now new trade. Now on 4th of April, QQQ went to 422. So it breached even my new calendar, which was at 430. So you can see here, I bought a calendar here, and next day it again went down 430, and it breached by lower calendar, and it closed near 422. So as the rule is, whenever it is below your lowest calendar, you have to buy one more calendar. So that day again I bought again at the money straddle price. So we were at around 422, and the at the money was around 18 or 19. So that's why minus 422 minus 18, and then some extra cushion. So I chose 400 as my new put calendar. So my total now entry price was 639, which is 461 and add 178, so it will come out to 639. So this was my total cost, and at the closing time the price of all these five calendar together was 506. So now my new trade is this row. Ignore these two, these are like for documentation purpose. So this is my new trade, and at the closing I was at a loss of 20.81%. Now on 7th of April, QQQ closed at 423. So now eventually it started recovering back. So 7th of April was this day, and it was in a profit of 0.24% QQQ, and my return also improved. So minus 20, from minus 20.81, it's starting to go back to minus 14.87. So now you can see as it is bouncing back, now we will start making profits. Now on 8th of April, QQQ went to 460, and our return was minus 3.91%. So now you can see we are, we are getting back our money. Now on 9th of April, QQQ was around 420. It was middle of the day, and that time I was able to see 12.44% profit, and I exited this trade. And by the close it went up. QQ shot a lot that day, so this is a very big candle. QQ went up very drastically that day. It was a 12% profit, that 12% up day. And by the close my calendar was in a loss of 5.16. So good, I exited this trade before this sudden move happened. But even then, if this, if let's say if I have missed this exit, then also you can see we are within our trading zone, so we are within this thing. So it is not like if you missed it, you can still be in this trade as far as you are 1 week before your expiries, and expiry is 17. So you can wait till 11th of April, like 7 days before that. And last week I don't stay in the trade, I exit. Whatever is the loss I take it, or if it is a profit I take it. So I can stay in this trade till 11th of April. So on 9th of April, by closing it was in a loss of 5%. Now let's see how it would have performed. Let's say if I have missed this exit and I have had to stay in this trade, so let's see how it would have performed. Now on 10th of April, QQQ went to 446, and this whole trade, like five calendars, was in a profit of 43.97%. So you can see how suddenly on 9th 10th of April, like suddenly it is giving me so much profit, you know. So idea is, let's say it is falling very drastically, it has to bounce back, and once it bounce back you get very good profit. So you could have exited on this day. And on 11th of April, the maximum profit was 63%. This is a very good profit that day it gave. And 11th of April is my last day you can stay in this trade. So let me show you. So as you guys know, the 17th of April was my a selling leg. So I don't stay in the trade in the last week. My maximum I can stay till 11th of April. Last week is very volatile, like the prices of calendar will go very up and down. So that's why I don't stay in the trade in the last week. My maximum limit is 11th of April, like 1 week before the expiry. So even if I'm in loss, I will take the loss and exit the trade. So this is a very beautiful trade which I took, and even I was able to make 12.44% profit. If I have missed this, I could have made more profit there also. So it is a very balanced trade. You can adjust it and you can make good returns. So I hope you liked and got a lot of information from this video. It is a very good strategy. You can explore a lot. It is a safer strategy compared to other ones. You can make consistently weekly income. I am doing this strategy since a long time. So if you want to learn more about this strategy, follow my YouTube channel, and also I am on Twitter, and which is now X, and on Instagram. So you can follow me there. I put my whenever I take any trade, I post it there, so you can get information about my latest trade there also. Also on YouTube I put shorts, but I sometimes miss it. So but on Twitter and like X and Instagram, I update my trades there, so you can follow me there. And if you have any questions, you can put in the comment section below. I will be happy to help you guys. See you in the next video. Bye.